Step 4 in our project development process says modify initialize vertices so that XAYA is at X center minus side half, Y center minus side half, and the other vertices go clockwise around the square. Remove the declaration of H and modify draw triangle so that it draws the required square. Ooh, okay. So we have to look at two methods then: initialize vertices and draw triangle, and get those to do the right thing. So let's see. So remember the way we calculated the vertices for the initial triangle, the first triangle, was that we have X center, Y center is basically in the middle of the triangle, and then to get XA we subtract side half to get over here, and to get YA we take half of this height. I remember we had to do the special calculation with square root of 3 times side half to get the height. But basically we're, X is X center minus half the width, and YA is this Y center minus half the height. Okay, so that makes sense. And then we go around, and then for XB we have to add half the width, and the height is going to be the same as for YA. And then in this case XC is just the center, and Y center is, and YC is Y center plus half the height. Okay, so but if we're doing a square, it's actually easier than that, because we're just doing well, XA and XD are both going to be the same thing. They're both going to be the X center minus half the side, right? And XB and XC is going to be X center plus half the side. And then YA and YB will both be Y center minus half the side, and YC and YD will be Y center plus half the side. Alright, so let's make that happen in here. Go to our calculations, and let's look now at initialize vertices. So what we have here is, well, we're going to need max y still, because we have to convert. We still need to convert between logical coordinates and device coordinates. We still need our center points, right? So we're going to have to calculate those. We'll still need side and side half, right? Because we're going to go from the center, left or right, up or down half a side. We don't need H anymore, because H was something we had to calculate for the height of the triangle, but the height of our square is just going to be side, right? Just the height and the width are going to be the same thing. So we don't need that guy. And then you're going to get some red squiggles over here where H was being used, but we're going to replace those. So basically, yeah, these are both going to subtract side half, right? Let's see. This is going to, yeah. So X for XB. So for XA, we subtract side. Subtract side half from X and subtract side half from Y. For side B, we add we add side half to x, and we subtract from y. So let's do that. So this is going to be y center minus side half still. So it's not. So it's the same thing as a, right? Or we could just leave it at equals ya, right? Because it is going to equal ya. And then xc is going to be x center plus side half, right? And actually, this is kind of a cleaner way we can write it. I'm going to go ahead and write it this way because this makes it more obvious. So the way this works in Java, the way the assignment operator works is that it assigns the value that you get from here, but then it also returns the value that it gets assigned, and you kind of work backwards. So x center minus side half gets calculated, assigned to xd, and then the assignment operator returns the value that got assigned to xd, so then that in turn gets assigned to xa. So we can see here, right, xa and xd are going to be the same, right? xb and xc are going to be the same. ya and yb are going to be the same. yc and yd are going to be the same. So actually, and I think that's really a kind of a cleaner way to write it. So I'm gonna say, look, xa and xd are both going to be x center minus the side half. Let me do the x's first, and then I'll do the y's. So xb and xc are both going to be x center plus side half. Ya and yb, so points A and B are both at the same y coordinate, right, which is x center minus side half. So we can just do that. And xc and xd are both at the same y coordinate, which is x center plus side half, right? So let's make that happen. So y, we did this one already. yc equals yd equals y center plus side half. Okay. So, yeah, okay, so that's initialize vertices. Is that all we needed to do? I think we needed to do something with draw, right? Yeah, because right now we're just drawing 3 lines, right? And we need to draw 4 lines. So the lines we're going to draw are going to be from xaya to xbyb, and then from xbyb to xcyc, from xcyc to xdyd, and from xdyd to xaya. So let's do that. Okay, so we go from A to B, B to C, but here this is where we need to make a change, right? So I'm going to copy this. So then we want to go from C to D, and from D to A. Okay, that looks okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that. I think because I think I put that as the next step. is to run the program. But it looks like we modified initialize vertices, and we modified draw triangle. So I'm going to leave that next step to you then, is to run the program. And then we'll go over also how to use the refactor menu to rename the method.